set the record straight, I've never been fingered on a Blackpool dance floor. It's not through lack of opportunity, it's a choice. I have 2 homes, and each one berates, celebrates the last, concentrates on being the other. This is not the result of separated parents. I refuse to choose between north and south. One is immediately safer. In a lifestyle it lags behind, carrying its feet in a bucket of water from the leaking hotel roof. It handles itself by being ordinary. And although it was never extraordinary, the limpness of its efforts are sometimes pitiful. You are not enough. At home, when we fall apart, it is strangely welcomed. In London, we are always holding each other together. It's called the Together Group. It meant consistently, picking up ears and fingers, arms and sometimes knees. A lot of people don't think a knee can fall off, but it can. When we dropped eyelashes, a member of the Together Group would forbid us from keeping it. They held it on their finger and forced us to banish it. We let out big gusts of wind and wished for something. Take a photo of someone in the shower. Take a photo of your best foot. What is the best way to grieve in a 2p machine arcade? Sit in a dark space and fill in a colouring book of unclean beaches. How do you make beaches look unclean without a black or brown or grey crayon? Shout something funny in a northern accent. You murmur that embarrassingly you work in a pub or a bar or you're ushering or in between or before. Yeah, you're just before your big break and we're all so embarrassed. How awkward. What are you doing? What are you doing now? Like, are you working? Or, yeah, I'm at Warbeck, the civil service. Yeah, what department? My stepmom works there, so I know someone. That works there. We've got that in common. We share that. You can see that, can't you? Us sharing at your job, this air. If you aren't famous enough to have a life-size cutout of yourself, you just have to look at yourself in actual, real life size. Instead of telling someone you've fallen in love with them, you should say, I know I like you, because if I was an alligator and you were a whale, then I'd emigrate to the sea to spend time in your company. And as my body slowly started to rot in the salt water, we'd be something. For the first time in 3 years, you feel like a home away from home. Eggshells. And if that's not romance, then I don't know what is. I whisper, I miss the sound of the seagulls, the honesty and the boredom, spare days not squashed full, overfilled with rising expectations and depleting motivation, short uncomplicated paths, open spaces lacking people that don't feel empty. I miss the sound of the seagulls on my roof, and to set the record straight, I've never been fingered on a Blackpool dance floor. When the engineer comes to break your lock open, tell him you've also got a hangnail on your thumb you'd like him to cut off. And when someone asks if you've ever been fingered on a Blackpool dance floor, say fuck off calling my hometown a shithole, only I can say that. Amongst the illuminations we rose from theme parks, water slides, donkeys and a haggard old clown. We stepped away from shitty jobs and jobs that meant something in order to pursue something more, which often turned out to be something less. We were small people with big thoughts, big wants and desires. We threw it down on the floor and we spat on it. And we threw it down on the floor and we spat on it again. We cursed it, damned it, we were bitter. And then afterwards, we kissed it gently, apologised for the mistreatment, wished we'd visited more. I'm sat at work, London work, the big city, and I'm imagining taking a gun to my head and blowing my brains out. They'd shoot out of my head resembling spaghetti in a cheaper version of Dolmio sauce. All the walls would be covered in blood, spattered evidence of my suicide. The customers would stare forward, blank-faced, and also covered in spatters. a droplet of my blood kissing their bottom lip, his bottom lip, standing in front, maybe 56 years old. He asked for his bag and his coat he checked in earlier. There should be one coat, one fleece and a laptop bag. I do hope it's all still there, safe and sound. Oh, go fuck yourself. That's what I'd say. But I don't. Because I'm dead. I'm actually really dead. I get up and hand him his one coat, one fleece and a laptop bag. At home, when you fall apart, it is strangely welcomed. Thank you.